And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monday night Zoom presentation. I have a very special guest speaker, one of my favorites tonight, John Moschetti from down in Florida. He and I have a lot in common, and we're going to just have a good time. I hope you do too. The purpose of tonight's call is twofold. This is primarily for people that are checking out Isagenix, wanting to know more about the products, want to know a little bit about how to make the money, maybe just enough to get your products paid for at this point. We're not going to go into a whole lot of the details of the compensation plan. We literally have people in this company making multiple seven-figure incomes a year. Obviously, that's not guaranteed or across the board, but there are people making a lot of money with this company. But on tonight, we're going to focus more on the products, what they've done for us, a little bit about the company, and then just touch on the compensation plan to where you do know that there is a compensation plan through referrals that you can easily get your products paid for, and much more if you so decide to do that. So here at Isagenix, we have built this company on integrity. And I say we loosely. I've just been involved for a little over 2 years, but I'm glad to come and be a part of a company that was built initially and still is today on integrity. In the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see a picture of Kathy Cooper. Jim and Kathy Cooper, the two owners of the company, with their son Eric, and John Anderson was the other co-founder who started the company. But Kathy Cooper has made some quotes and says them regularly that I just absolutely love. Number one, having been the #1 incomer with a few different companies, she had been burnt by those companies. And she said, you know what, how cool would it be if a company actually did network marketing right? So when her and her husband Jim started Isagenix, they said, let's do it right. If it's not right for the customer, it's not right for Isagenix. One of her goals is to have more 6- and 7-figure income earners than any company in network marketing history. And in their short 17-year history, they are well on their way to doing that. It's an amazing track record for a company that really, 17 years is a long time, but it's just getting started in this industry. And then we're built on integrity. As you can see on the screen right now, there's a couple disclaimers here. One is the products. We don't claim to treat, cure, prevent any type of disease. We are going to talk about some products tonight, and John and I are going to tell you about some personal experiences we've had, maybe a couple of stories of people we know, but we're not going to talk about curing or treating diseases. We're just going to talk about getting the right nutrition in your body and let your body be the miracle that God designed it to be. The same thing, the disclaimer here talks a little about the income. Again, like I said earlier, there are no guarantees. There are people making a lot of money. The compensation plan is fair, works the same way for everybody. And there's bonuses. You can make a decent income here, a really decent income. In fact, you can make a silly, major athletic sports, professional sports income here. But the best thing about our income, unlike most of the other incomes like that, this is residual. You build this right one time, and it can create a residual income for you and your family. But as this disclaimer says, there are no guarantees. You go to isagenixearnings.com, read about the different disclaimers, and get the details there. This is a picture of yours truly. I'm the host of tonight's call. I'm going to talk to you a little bit tonight about my project experience. When I started using Isagenix, I did not exercise. And I used these products, and over a short period of time, I was able to drop 23 pounds, get down to my high school football weight, and got down to that picture in the middle there. I was really content and happy with that picture until I went to a Isagenix event after I decided to start building a business. And I met a gentleman, he was on stage, Randy Peters was his name. He was a finalist for the Ice Body Challenge in 2017. And I see this guy, and he had my picture there in the middle was his before picture, and then his picture after was the picture on the right, but even maybe a little better. This guy absolutely transformed his body, and he was 61 years old. And so I looked at my wife, Diane, and I said, Diane, if he can do it, we can do it. So we came back from that event, we joined the gym, and the 4 inches I lost off my waist, I put 2 in the right bicep and 2 in the left bicep, did a full body transformation, and we have not looked back since. Here today at 58 years old, I can tell you I'm in the best physical shape I've been in since I played college football way back in the day. Now, our guest speaker tonight, and he and I are just going to kind of kick it back and forth throughout the presentation. He's going to talk a little about the product. We're both going to talk to you a little bit about the compensation plan. I'll wrap it up at the very end. But John, why don't you just start out with our audience? It's a very informal setting tonight. Just share your story about before Isagenix and your journey with Isagenix. You've got a little more history under your belt than I do. We'd love to hear from you.
Awesome, Chuck. Well, before I get into my story, guys, I want to give it back to Chuck. I want to congratulate him because he's still in high heaven from the St. Louis Blues winning the Stanley Cup. So I just thought I had to parade. So kudos and hats off to the St. Louis Blues. Well-deserved Stanley Cup, no doubt. Guys, I've been in this industry going on 14 years. And, you know, when they tell you that you need to be not only with the right company, the right products and the right compensation plan, it's no joke. It's a fact. I was with some other companies. I don't want to mention the companies, but just they were unilevel stair-step breakaway compensation plans, which basically I only saw the same people walking the stage, the same people getting their Bentleys or their BMWs, and just we were duplicating a process of bankruptcy. And when you continue to tell family members you're going to be a millionaire, you're going to be a millionaire, you lose faith, and you lose credibility, you lose integrity. When I came into Isagenix, November 10th of 2010, which would be my 9-year anniversary coming up in November, I was 169 pounds. I was overweight. I was sluggish. I was fatigued. I remember my body fat was 24%. So I was 1% from a doctor saying I was overweight, and 30% you're obese. And most people today, they don't know what their body mass index is. They're afraid to go to the doctors because the doctor will probably tell them they're pre-diabetic. So that scares them today. And I remember back when we never had all these packages they have today. We had the 9-day package, which actually came out to about 11-day supply of products. And I got on the 9-day, and back then the 9-day didn't even have the Ionic Supreme. It was basically 2 bottles of Cleanse, a box of shakes, natural accelerator pills, and Isoflush pills. And after the 9 days, I released over 10 pounds, and then I ran out of products. And I'm like, oh my God, I need some more of this stuff. And I was so burnt out of this industry, because I lost hope, back then I was with other companies. It was multi-level marketing, guys. And when people don't understand the difference between multi-level and network marketing, you don't get it. You get caught up in that with the dreamlands, I actually cut 30 pounds in approximately 65 days. And I went from 169 to 139. But I felt I was just way too light. I didn't feel comfortable in my skin. So then I actually put on about 16 pounds of lean muscle. And I got to around, where I am today, 153, 154. And my body fat's, anywhere around, it fluctuates 11.9 to 12.9%. But the difference is I'm in my high school weight at the age of 54, but I've packed on lean muscle. And when I train with a lot of people, I tell them all the time, lean muscle's not built at the gym. Lean muscle's built when the body sleeps at night, when it replenishes, when it revitalizes itself overnight. Because you can go to the gym, you can lift weights, and your biceps get big, but 2 hours later, they go down to the original state of mind, and people they just don't understand that your body has to be fueled. And, today, it was a great day because I actually got a call from a couple of these guys I know down here. They own a big company. They're very successful in business, and they own a company. I don't want to say pimp my ride, but they have a company called Big D's, and they do a lot of trucks and cars and golf carts for celebrities and people that actually want their cars or trucks customized. And over the weekend, he said, hey, can you come down to our office? We'd like to talk to you about nutrition. And they knew what I did, and so on and so forth. So I sat in their office today, and they were picking my brain. And I just love the new fad, and I call it a fad, with the ketogenic diet, because it is, to me, it's a fad. And everybody's talking keto and so on and so forth. And I tell people all the time, keto is a rebirth of the Atkins diet. Keto, putting your body in a ketosis state of mind, it was actually designed for people with health challenges like epilepsy. Okay, and I see people on keto, and they're losing so much weight they don't look healthy. They can't keep their clothes on. Their face is looking very, very unhealthy. And I know this because people are coming over from keto to Isagenix. And I'm not telling them that they need to drop their keto meals. But what I'm incorporating is an isolene shake, a keto meal, an isolene shake, and a keto meal. So they're getting the best of both worlds because they're getting nutrition and they're getting a healthy, meal with their keto. Because your body needs nutrition, guys. When you don't look healthy, I can see it on people, and you can tell it in their face. Your bones are not supposed to be coming through your face, okay? And there's a lot of people out there, and with keto, they feel great. They intermittent fast, but here's another thing with keto, guys. They eat for 6 hours, Chuck, I believe, and then they intermittent fast. And from working with Lori Morelli on a day-to-day basis, your body, if it's going to intermittent fast, it needs to intermittent fast for 24 hours to remove 20% of that toxicity from the liver. And then if you decide to do another 24-hour intermittent fast day, the other 80% of the toxicity is coming away from the liver. That's why most people on their second cleanse day get tremendous energy with Isagenix, because their body is alkalining, and I'm going to be jumping into actually a detox day, this Thursday. I'm very, very excited because after almost 9 years, we have a new cleanse coming on the market tomorrow morning, which, I looked at those ingredients, and I was talking with Lori Morelli earlier, and I'm like, Lori, I can't believe these ingredients. It's everything that everybody's looking for, that they're going to put in this peach mango cleanse. I said, this is a no-brainer. So I'm very excited. This is a product that's going to sell out very, very fast, tomorrow, because everybody's stoked on a new flavor for the cleanse, and it is going to be a limited, inventory tomorrow. So there will be people that, wait and don't get it, and it's going to be sold out. So definitely go online as soon as our office in Arizona opens up, and, and get that cleanse. But, Chuck, right now it's just, there's a lot of people, with Isagenix, and I tell them this over and over again. First of all, don't lose your faith, okay? The good Lord put this company in front of me 9 years ago because he knew that I was in the wrong vehicle, okay? Was I burnt out of this industry? I was totally burnt out. I didn't want to talk to nobody because when you lose your credibility and you lose your integrity, there's basically nobody to talk to, okay? And I simply said to my mentors at the time, I need to see what this stuff does to my body. And then after that, I will let them come to me and ask me questions, so on and so forth. Because one thing about this industry is I've learned when I came into Isagenix, I no longer talk to anybody about making $1 million. I simply talk to them about more realistic goals, like, let me show you how to get your products paid for. Okay? Because one thing we do, guys, is we try to, force money on people, and you need to get to people on their level. You need to relate with people at where they're at. That's why nowadays, I ask them, what's in your budget? If I have to design 15 days for like $150 for that person, then I'm going to design 15 days because I know I'm going to have results. I know I'm going to get them at least anywhere from 7 to 14 pounds off. And trust me, if they are concerned about anything about their health, they're going to do whatever it takes to maintain themselves on the program. But I also have to emphasize that, if you share this with 2 people, the company's going to pay you anywhere from $150 to $400. So let's try to, incorporate free products, into your budget so that you're not stressing, because today stress either gains weight or stress either loses weight. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Chuck, I think I lost your.
Hopefully not. Hopefully I'm still here.
Okay, now you're back. Okay.
All right, good. Hey, John, you covered a lot of information, and those that have their camera, I can see people feverishly taking notes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is being recorded, so you'll be able to get that information. And, John, that was just phenomenal. Let's stick around with me And let's just go through some of these slides. We'll go through them fairly quickly, but over the next 10, 15 minutes, I want to give people the meat of what Isagenix is about. We got solutions for multiple categories. Isagenix started as a weight loss company 17 years ago and has evolved into a full nutrition company today. We have a performance line. Both John and I participate in that. We absolutely love those products. Wouldn't be without them. You've got your vitality and well-being. Both John and I are in our 50s, and that product line is extremely, extremely hot with baby boomers. You go to an Isagenix event, and everybody looks like they came out of this youth treatment system, and it's from the inside out. It's just amazing what these products do to your body from the inside out. And then you got your personal care and beauty. And as John and I have both mentioned, there is a financial wellness aspect to the Isagenix program. We're going to quickly go through these. If I can get my slide to turn here, there we go. This is the #1 shake in America. And John, we don't have a lot of time, but why don't you tell us just a couple of your favorite things about this incredible product, the #1 product in Isagenix also.
Okay, guys, I'm going to go through this pretty quick because I get asked all the time. First of all, we have a 24-gram whey shake. Our shakes are cold processed whey, guys, from New Zealand. So if you anything other, there's no steroids, corn injections, out there. That's why they're made with water. There's no soy lecithin. So our 24-gram whey is about a 230-calorie meal replacement. Then we also have a 36-gram whey, which is about a 280-calorie meal, guys, with only 9 grams of stevia, not corn fructose, 9 grams of stevia. That's geared more for obesity and your athletes, guys, the ones that really want to fuel that lean muscle. And then people that are vegan or lactose tolerant, we have the great plant-based shake that comes in vanilla chai and chocolate. Out of my favorite here, guys, I love I call it the happy juice, the Ionic Supreme, the highest grade of a Shilajit herb from India, and the alfalfa. Guys, I put 1 ounce every morning into my body, first thing, and it just cuts the stress, makes me sleep like a baby, and gives me the energy. Now you're allowed to put up to 4 ounces for all the stressaholics, and that's spreading it out throughout the day. E+. I see the E+ right in front of me, guys. I can't live without the E+, guys. And when they came out with raspberry flavor, that's my favorite. It's 74 grams of natural caffeine. Understand, this isn't a 5-hour energy, guys, that gives you the jitteries. I know because I have a mitral valve prolapse. I have a leaky valve of the heart. So I can't do anything that's going to race my heart. But it's equivalent to a cup of coffee. I pop that bad boy in me when I'm walking into the gym, and I sip it. And it just equals out my energy levels. And, I feel great.
Hey, John, this next product is the cleanse, and you talked a little bit about the new cleanse that's coming out on a special product basis, but I want you to emphasize the type of cleanse this is, because one of the things about 7, 8 years ago when I first heard about Isagenix that turned me off was that word cleansing. I had no idea what it meant, and out of ignorance, I made a very bad decision. It turned out good because I'm where I should be now, but could you explain to people what this is all about? This is powerful.
Absolutely. Okay, you got the cleanse slide?
I think it is.
I don't have it yet.
Come on now.
Okay, well, while we're loading up the cleanse slide, guys, I thought when I first started over 9 years ago, pretty much, I thought it was a colon cleanse. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, if I have to live at the bathroom, I'm done. They go, no, we're not going to knock you out. We're not going to check your colon. Bottom line is, it's basically just removing that toxicity from the liver, at the cellular levels, and we have the powder cleanse. I love the liquid because it's already prepared, but some people that travel a lot, they use the powder cleanse. Guys, this is basically just doing, 4 ounces of the liquid cleanse 4 times a day. I can only go, breakfast, lunch, dinner, an hour before bedtime. And it's normally spaced out every 4 to 5 hours that you take your cleanse. For the diabetics out there or the pre-diabetics, no matter if they're type 1 or type A, we do what we call a daily cleanse, which they take 1 to 2 ounces at bedtime every night because we need to make sure their blood sugars, are regulated between 90 and 110, and their A1Cs, diabetics like to keep right at the normal level, right around 5. So we take baby steps, guys, with people that are diabetics because, we don't want to go into a full intermittent fast day. So, you know, we get a 2 ounces, 1 to 2 ounces of cleanse every single night at bedtime. And when you're doing an intermittent fast, guys, you know, water is crucial. If you're not drinking half your body weight, what I simply mean is if you weigh 200 pounds, you better at least be putting in 100, you know, 100 ounces of water, you know, in your body. That's what your body requires. And especially on a cleanse day, you want more water in there. I love my, my amped hydrate in my water on a cleanse day. You know, some people always ask me, can you have coffee? Yes, you can have black coffee on a cleanse day. E+ shots, another thing on a cleanse day, keeps my energy levels up. You know, also, I mean, Chuck, with the cleanse and tomorrow, like I said, is we're all new. I mean, we've had one flavor of the cleanse, and now tomorrow this peach mango, and I seen things in there like bilberry. I seen turmeric in there. You know, like root. I mean, there's a lot of things. I mean, I can't even tell you what's in our, in our cleanse, because I'm not a label person, guys. I just get it in my body and let the body be the miracle. I let all the labels for all the scientists in Isagenix, let them do what they got to do, you know. But having a new flavor, you know, and I'm stoked. I'm stoked to really, really try this new flavor out. So, yeah, definitely I can't wait to order this. And my team is fired up, because the ones that sit there and say, I really can't stomach the cleanse flavor. Well, you know what? What's your excuse now? What is it now?
Well, John, I tell you, you ought to be a spokesperson for the company, but we are spokespeople for the company. That's how they pay us, by referring people, and you just get excited about these incredible products. I don't know if your computer is caught up or not, but we're showing the slide right now for Target Nutrition Solutions. I've got several different things here. We've got the joint support, the pain cream, the brain boost, the sleep support.
I have it now. I got it now. Yep.
All right, but what I want you to emphasize, and we're going to skip the rest of the products, and there's a bunch, ladies and gentlemen. I think Kwang Soo Shin told me in his presentation the other night there's over 160 different products that Isagenix now has. But I want to focus on the amped products. You and I both swear by these products as we work out in the gym, and I've turned a lot of people on to them. Can you kind of go through your normal day and working out? We've got a lot of people that, you know, will relate to you when it comes to these amped products, which I know you and I both very, very get excited about.
Okay, guys. First of all, if you're going to the gym, or if you're not going to the gym, these products will help you. This isn't a product just because you're going to the gym. You can be mowing your lawn, weed eating, doing whatever. Your body still needs to recover. So I'm going to give you my routine, because my workouts are in the morning. Okay, so my routine is when I wake up. Well, first of all, that the Knox is unbelievable, because that keeps your blood pressure where it should be also, and it protects the heart. Now, the Knox, you're taking anywhere from 1 hour to 2 hours before you go to the gym. Since I'm working out at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going to wake up at 5:30 and take a little Knox. So what I do is I take it normally at midnight before I go to bed, okay? And then my routine would be, you know, I wake up, I do my Ionic Supreme first, my 1 ounce. Then I take my nitro, and I take a scoop of the nitro, and I put it into about 6 to 8 ounces of water, and I drink the nitro. And I take my Isagenix shaker bottle with water, and I'm putting 2 scoops of amped orange hydrate into my water. That's going to be drinking throughout my workout. When I'm at the gym, I'm walking in and I'm sipping on my raspberry E+ energy shot. Okay, as I'm getting onto my cardio, I'm sipping on that. Now, when I'm getting through with my workout, I'm going to go home and I'm going to take 2 scoops of our amped recovery, and I'm throwing that in 6 to 8 ounces of water. Then I drink my amp recovery. After my amp recovery, I'm building with my 36 grams of Isoline Pro Shake. And then, of course, I've got my greens in there. I've got 2 scoops of Heart Booster in there. And I've got a scoop of my Fiber Pro in there. And Mommy got cut a half a banana in there. And that's my breakfast routine. Now, one thing that you see on there, we did discontinue the Amp Fuel. The Amp Fuel is no longer, a part with us. So that's a slide we'll definitely we'll remove that off of here. because Amp Fuel is no longer with us. It could be something like, the ingredients, guys. When Isagenix, is lacking something, they're definitely not going to put it on the market. Just like the time when we pulled our essentials off the market, they were lacking some kind of ingredients, and they'll never jeopardize the integrity of this company, guys. So they'd rather pull it from the market rather than have something go bad or any kind of bad publicity with us.
Hey, John, I'd be remiss if I didn't share my favorite product. John
I
Anderson,
love it.
the original founder of the company, he was quoted one time as saying, "This Isagenesis product B may be the greatest discovery of our time." And that's coming from a guy who's developed over 2,000. He's formulated over 2,000 different products, including many of the ones we've talked about so far today. But he says this may be the best of them all. Can you share your experience with this incredible product?
Yeah, let me just unmute. Yeah, guys, I actually, when I was in a meeting with these guys today, most people don't even know what a telomere is. And they're like dumbfounded. And I said, you really don't know what a telomere is? I go, it's like a long rubber band in your body. And as we get older, that rubber band shrinks. That means, we get the gray hairs, the skin gets older looking, and we get the sluggish feeling. And, just taking, we used to call this product B, and now it's called the Isagenesis. And you can take up to 6 pills a day. You can take 2 in the morning, 2 mid-afternoon, and you can take 2 at bedtime. And this just stretches the telomere in the body, guys, and it sends your energy through the flipping roof, like literally. And I just love it. It's something that I don't go without because, when I reach my 50s, they always say we're at a level, guys. When you're somebody, we got somebody unmuted. So all of a sudden, when we hit our 30s, our metabolism starts to slope. When we get to 40, it goes down further. When we get to 50, it goes down further. And then, every time we get to that age, we have to do something to juice the metabolism. And I'll tell you right now, this product B, Isagenesis, it's a game saver. Incorporated with our other products like our essentials with the omega and the natural fish oil, the CoQ10, and the sea light, it's game on. It is so game on. If you don't have this product, guys, you definitely want to get into that product.
Excellent job, John. Now, we're going to cover these different packs real quick, and then we're going to wrap up with how to get your products paid for, which I think is important. You may not be here for the business. 90% of people are not here for the business. They're just here for the products. We totally understand that. But we do want to at least let you know that this referral program allows you to get your products paid for. So why wouldn't you want this great nutrition if you could get it paid for with some referrals? So as John said, you want to get back with the person who invited you, and we will help you figure out what's best for you based on your needs and your budget. Now, obviously, if you're coming to this as a business and you want to treat this as a business from the day one, that ultimate pack on the far left is by far your best value of a product. You're going to get a ton of product, enough for 2 people for a month. You're going to get all kinds of different things that John and I have talked about. You're going to get to try a lot of different things. And as a business owner, you want to have experienced the different products to be able to properly recommend them. The one there in the middle is probably the most popular pack on the Cepeda team. It's called the Value Pack. It gives you, they call it the Value Pack for a reason. It's got the most value in a pack. You're going to get the most product for your money. Phenomenal pack. The next one over is the 30-day premium pack, and then you've got the 30-day system. And as John said, if I've got a person that I've got to help just put some special together for them, I'll do whatever it takes to get somebody on these products, get these products into their body, and let them experience the change that it's going to make. From that point on, they're not going to want to be without these products. It's going to be a lifestyle for them, like it has become for most of us. So let's talk about this partnership with Isagenix. This is a world-class company. Let me see if I'm still sharing here. Yep, okay. Our vision is simple and straightforward. It is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the largest and most trusted health and wellness company in the world. And yes, I did add the word "and trusted." I heard Eric Cooper do that, and I think that's phenomenal that the heir apparent to the ownership of this company, Eric Cooper, wanted to be not only the largest, but the most trusted health and wellness company in the world. Tonight, we're not going to spend a lot of time on these keys to success because we're running out of time, but from a business standpoint, these are the 5 things you want to look for. One of the things John and I both have in common is we both know from previous experience with other companies that it does matter what company you're with. And with Isagenix, if this is your first company, you have found a gold mine day one. If you're like John and I, and you've been with several different companies, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you found the right company. And it's because these 5 check marks right here, every one of them's a 10 out of 10. So what is your opportunity? John mentioned earlier that you could simply refer people and get your products paid for. It all starts right here with this screenshot right here. It's called becoming a consultant. You simply go into your back office as a customer where you go to order product and you become an associate. There's no charge for that. You just fill out a little form. Once you fill out the form, the company's going to send you an email and it's going to say, if you'll watch this short compliance video, we'll send you 2 free membership codes so you can get a couple friends started, and with those codes, they get free annual membership. How cool is that for your spouse or a family member or a friend? So you get 2 customers, one on your right side, one on your left side. Now you go from associate to consultant. The company pays you $50 for that, plus whatever packages they ordered before. You'll make different product introduction bonuses. If you do both in the same week, it's a double bonus. You can earn up to $900 right here just by simply helping 2 get 2. Help 2 get 2. We call it you share, they share. When you do this activity right here, this is the activity that the company wants to promote worldwide. And so how do you promote something? You compensate for it. And so we are compensated to refer people and teach them to refer people. This simple step right here, if done a few times, multiplied, in fact, exactly 5 times, you can reach the top of the company's pay plan. In the other companies that John and I have been in, it took tremendous effort, tremendous number of people to hit the top of the pay plan. This, we're talking 30 people. 10 people that you personally host. 5 on your right, 5 on the left, that each get 2 customers. You become what's called an executive, and you've hit the top of the pay plan. It is a very clear path, and the company sets it right there before you. I want to wrap up talking about the compensation. I'm going to let John make any comments he wants before we totally close here. But this screen right here is the power of our compensation plan. It's the power of 2. 100 BV is our best product, and the power of 2 is where the residual income kicks in. You simply build 2 teams. Unlike the multiple teams we've had to build with other companies, 2 teams, a right team and a left team. We won't go into a whole lot of detail. Get back with the person to invite you. We have complete videos that will explain the compensation plan in detail. But with this compensation plan right here, you can easily start to get your products paid for over time as your 2 teams start to develop. You start to earn what are called cycle bonuses. You get paid down through levels unlimited. Now, you can't say infinity, because at some point you'll max out your compensation plan. And when people say, well, what's that, Chuck? Well, the company has a trigger in there to where they don't go bankrupt paying down through all these levels. And they do pay down through infinite levels, but there's a trigger. It's called a maximum. When you get 250 of these cycles in a week, that maxes out your 1 business center. For those of you doing the math, that's $13,500 a week, $700,000 a year. And as John said, we're not here to preach that kind of income to you. We're just telling you that with 2 teams, you can pretty much earn enough money to take care of your family and to get as much free product as you want. John, anything you want to add to the compensation plan? Just a quick little overview we just did.
Yeah, first, Chuck, I want to tell you that guess what? You don't even have to watch the video no more. It's gone. So today, because I had to upgrade an associate to a guy to an associate, there's no more video. That's all I got to do is put their social security in and put their date of birth in, and they're an associate. Bottom line. So the video's gone too. It's like, wow. It's like, okay. Even though when I started it was a 6-minute video, and then I went to a 3-minute. Now it's gone. I'm like, okay. I said that's great. But guys, if I can give you the golden nugget, the liquid dust, whatever you got to have, the only thing I can tell you is use the naysayers out there. And a lot of them are, I want to say they're friends, but they're not friends. They're your acquaintances, okay? Because friends lift you up and acquaintances bring you down, and there's some family members out there too. Use the no's to build you. I always say the yeses build your business, but the no's will build you, okay? I could have threw the towel in, when I started this company, because my first year, guys, I spent $1,100 in Isagenix and I made $1,300, but I accomplished my goal to get my products paid for. So my success wasn't, making hundreds of thousands of dollars. you know, in my first 3 years. But then when I had to revamp my mind to go back into this industry in the power of network marketing, is I had to really start focusing, because I had to overcome a lot of naysayers, you know, cutting me up and down. And I said, you know what? Talk is cheap. I said, but I've got to get paid every single Monday. I have to draw a paycheck every Monday with this company. And that's what I teach with my team. You know, I tell them, I says, you know what? I don't care if it's $54 or $108. You need to get paid every Monday to take advantage of the greatest compensation plan in the binary that we operate under. You know, so your mentality is basically, is like Patty always says, who can we help today? But it starts with helping yourself and staying consistent, persistent action to the attainment of your goals. But remember, have a short-term goal which will lead you to a long-term goal.
Very good, John. So ladies and gentlemen, this presentation is not about John. It's definitely not about me. It's about you. It's all about you tonight. We came here to serve you tonight. We want you to understand the opportunity you have before you. This slide here I took from the famous Carol Tonkin, and I don't know if she created it or she took it from somebody else, but she's one of my favorites, Isagenix Millionaire Carol Tonkin. I see her on the line tonight, but I took this slide from her and it meant something to me. So I used it in my presentation. You have choices. You've had choices to be at where you're at today. Some of those choices you've allowed others to make for you. Some of them you made yourself. Tonight, today, whenever you listen to this recording, if you're live with us, you have a choice right now to make. I highly recommend you get back with the person who invites you and just basically let them know that you want to become a customer. That's how it starts. And basically, if not this, then what? And we're talking about your health here. The most important asset you have, your health. That's what we're talking about, bottom line. And for most of you, that's what it's about, your health. For some, obviously, it's going to be about the income and both. But for the majority of you, it's your health. If not this, then what? This is the best thing out there. And if not when, if not now, when? You've got a decision to make. And it's a simple decision. Get back with the person who invites you and just let them know, I'm willing to try this. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. 30-day money-back guarantee. This company is so confident that you'll get results that they're willing to put their money where their mouth is. 30-day money-back guarantee. And they honor that if for any reason you want to take them up on it. But you're not going to want to. In fact, you're going to just want to order month after month after month. It's going to become part of your lifestyle. So with that, I want to thank John for joining me tonight. But most of all, I want to thank you for listening to John and I as we share from our heart why this company, why these products have meant so much to us, and why we want to share it with you. There's a phenomenal, life-changing experience ahead of you. Get back with that person who invites you. Thank them first and foremost, because they thought enough of you to invite you to this call. So God bless you. John, thank you, buddy. You always do a great job. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Chuck. You too. Awesome.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thanks, Chuck.